guys, so we have our new super epic after about like a whole 10 or so months, almost 10 months, all right, of waiting. We have a new super epic charge as well. So the latest one that we had was a defense, right? Elder Fairy back in February, late February. Now we have Camellia, a frontline charge. All right, so I got pretty lucky. We are going to promote and everything, and we'll see how good this guy is. All right, I'm excited. I am already hearing that he is actually really good for the Living Abyss. All right, so we have that.
Guys, so before we get back into the video, I do want to thank the sponsor of today's video, and that is going to be LD Player. So just like always, I've been using LD Player for the longest time now for this channel, playing Cookie Run Kingdom, and it is the best emulator that I have used, allowing me to play not only Cookie Run Kingdom but other Android games that are going to be available inside of the Google Play Store. LD Player is amazing, guys. It is the absolute best emulator that I have used without any problems so far. Their support is definitely amazing as well. They try to fix any problems that come up right away, especially for Cookie Run Kingdom. But if you guys want to use the emulator like myself and play on your PC, then click the link down in the description and download LD Player and try it out yourself and enjoy your Cookie Run Kingdom gameplay on your computer.
So there we go, level 80, and let's just promote this guy here. Okay, we'll get it up to the 2 stars that we are able to get it up to, and there we go. That is going to be the stats. Compared to a 4-star Elder Fairy. The HP is pretty much similar. Defense is definitely a little bit lower, but our attack is definitely higher as well. Alright, and that's compared to a 4-star. I think HP wise, we might actually get close if we could get it up to 4 stars. And even defense. Alright, but let's look at the skill. The skill is actually really short. Man, we haven't had a short skill. It's so long. Battle Scene Painting is a 13-second cooldown here, guys. Upon using the skill, Camellia Cookie will increase his own debuff resist and the team's crit percentage. Then he will charge at the enemies, brandishing his paintbrush. With his final stroke, Camellia Cookie will deal greater damage and stun all enemies affected by it. He will also remove all buffs from the 2 enemies with the highest attack. If Camellia Cookie receives damage, he will gain a damage increasing buff. Brush single hit damage is going to be 124.6% of attack at level 80. Final stroke damage is going to be 872.4% of attack plus damage resist bypass 30%. So he does have damage resist bypass. Stun is going to be 2 seconds plus removes buff from the 2 targets with the highest attack. Damage received by enemies plus 8% for 8 seconds, stacks up to 4 times. And I believe this is the one that increases his damage. So you are able to get it up to 4 stacks. That's going to be 32%. And then debuff resist is going to be 30% for 8 seconds. And crit percentage is going to be 20% for 8 seconds. What I'm hearing, just like how Wolfie Jen says, looks very good actually for Living Abyss, but I guess we'll just have to see. All right, let's look at how this guy attacks and everything. All right, here we go. Let's look at this guy. He does definitely look cool. Everything has a price. And there we go. That's the weakness debuff. Oh wait, he has a weakness debuff as well. Everything has a price. He has a weakness debuff? What? I think it's wrongly worded, right? It should be if Camellia Cookie damages, right, or deals damage, then they take a weakness debuff or they take extra damage. I think that's what it's supposed to say. The wording is a little misleading here, guys. He does have, right, yeah, whenever Camellia Cookie deals damage, enemies receive a damage increasing debuff. It's supposed to be something like that. I guess it's a little bit of a miswording. Who translated this, man? How do you... That's a complete different thing. Damaging and receiving damage is completely opposite. But anyways, let's go into the arena and see. Because some people are saying already that Camellia already has a 2-second start. So, I guess that's cool. Already has a 2-second start. So it's a natural 2-second start. If you want to get it up to a 1-second start, which is impossible, you can't even do it. So we can just use something like raspberry, or if you guys would like to, all right, depending on what you have, you will just want to use some extra damage resist. All right, so team, what if we do a elemental weakness debuff? What if we do a one-shot comp of a Camellia? All right, here we go. So it should be a latte 2-second. Good. Camellia. Dark Cacao. Okay. Our Moonlight didn't even get to use the skill.
No more. This is my responsibility.
I want to say we probably want to use the insignia instead. It's mainly because of the Mystic Flower using the skill to slow down all our ability, or slow down the ability of Moonlight.
This enterprise wasn't a success.
Yeah, let's just try a regular comp. Doesn't look. I mean, it might be possible. It might be possible, but I don't know if this variation will work. All right, so let's just go into a standard comp here. Something like this. It is so hard to see if it is actually happening or not. Okay, definitely Camellia is going to need solid almond, I think. Pretty darn squishy.
You win some, you lose some.
Ooh, yeah, look at the damage. Uh-oh. Let's try with solid almond here.
What if
And another thing is Camellia's skill can only be used when there's a cookie literally right in front of him. That's another thing. And it does look like the buff removal is not actually... It's... I want to say it is happening. Oh, wait, we want this one. Oh, it is happening. I could see the buffs being removed. He's not doing damage, but he's definitely allowing the other cookies to do more damage, because now they don't have the buffs. Well, I guess the buff removal actually happens once we kill off the Mystic Flower. All right, this one's another one. This is coconut though. We have a fully awoken, all right, golden cheese here. So let's try against this one. So it does look like while Mystic Flower is alive. Oh wow, our Camellia died. Yeah, while Camellia is alive, or while Mystic Flower is alive, it doesn't look like we're able to put the buff removal, but once we kill off the Mystic Flower, we're able to. But this comp, at least this team, is just too strong. Oh my goodness. So now the buff removal definitely should work without a problem. So you can see all the buffs being removed as well. Once Camellia does use the skill. So part of the buffs are gone. But man, he's still exposed. Here we go. Okay, our Mystic Flower took the feather buff. Maybe I should have went with Icicle Yeti as well. Because technically, if Mystic Flower dies and takes the feather buff, right, it's meaningless.
You win some.
Yo, this guy is not even able to use his skill. He's just getting stunned all the time. That's crazy. Oh my. Burning Spice died first. It's looking like he is definitely going to be for the Epic Only Arena. I mean, he looks really good for Epic Only Arena just because of that weakness debuff as well as the stun. Alright, I'm just gonna use the current comp that I have. It's not optimized. I just put this thing together. So we're just going to go and see the damage. And then we're going to compare it to when we use Camellia, okay? I actually don't even know if Blueberry Pie has the laser beam. Looking like Blueberry Pie does have it here and there. No, this is not an optimized team, okay? Okay, so right now current damage 3 billion. All right, of course it could be better, but I'm just gonna go with what I have randomly set up because not everyone's gonna have everything optimized, right? Okay, now 3.4 billion was the damage. Okay, now if I put it in with our Camellia here instead of Twizzly, this is with Camellia with a 5 Swift Chocolate. So because of the fact that Camellia does do a stun, the Ray Pie is now able to take advantage of even more stacks. And also there's the weakness debuff as well, right? Alright. And looking like not a whole ton more right now, but definitely better than Twizzy Gummy. About 400 million more right now. Again, mine's not optimized at all, right? Mine's not optimized at all. There's a lot better team. From what I've heard from Wolfie Gen, you know, it's doing a lot more damage than Twizzy Gummy. All right, so looking like we're gonna be able to use Camellia here. Arena-wise, doesn't look like it's gonna actually happen currently. So here's the thing, right? Here's the conclusion for this guy. It looks like he's gonna be used for the Epic Omni Arena, which is going to be Epic Omni with one Super Epic, because Super Epics still have Epic in their name, right? So it looks like Camellia is gonna be able to be used for that current arena. Possible. I think people could cook up something. I don't know if it's gonna actually happen or not. Maybe possible, but it doesn't look like it's gonna be highly a thing. But for the Living Abyss, looking like he is able to replace someone like Twizzy Gummy. All right, so we'll see how that goes once that does happen. All right, and I promise this time around, I will try and make a Living Abyss video once the optimized version of Camellia Cookie Living Abyss comp comes out. Okay, but you have 14 days to pull him. If you could get a copy, I think it's going to be nice, but it's not something that you might have to rush, especially if you focus on something like the arena. It does look like it's more of a filler type of update with filler cookies. One bad thing that Dev Sisters did is that they didn't update the skill from the CN version. And the reason why that's bad is because of the fact that the amount of cookies we have inside of the global version and the amount of high rarity cookies we have in the global version is like, you know, we have way more than what CN version has. So if that's the case, then we need to make it up by buffing them up and giving them extra, you know, skill or stats or something. Didn't happen. So that's the reason why inside of the current arena, it's going to be pretty hard. He looks cool. His skill looks cool. You can use him for a PvE because of the weakness debuff, but as of right now, arena, going to be pretty hard. All right. Just because even though he has a 2-second start, he literally needs to be literally in front of the enemy to actually use the skill. So that is going to wrap it up for the, you know, first review. But if anything, I will update you guys on comps that do come out. But again, not a rush to pull them.